it's an apocalypse arm. An armpocalypse. What is going on, you wetsuit turtles? I am Chris, and today on Nostalgia Dig, we are going to be continuing with bin number 2. We are getting, I would say we're 3/4 done. What is left could be smaller things, so don't know how many more videos are going to be in this bin. But without further ado, let's dig in. Okay, we're starting with a good one here. This is Mad Mardigan from the Willow movie, played by Val Kilmer. I have a few of these Willow figures. I'm not positive on this, but I think they might have been the only figures made for this movie. They're the only ones I've ever seen made for the original movie. They've probably made more since then, but when it came out, there wasn't a lot of Willow merchandise. And I think I remember getting these like on clearance. Like they had them, they were all individually, on a card in plastic. And I feel like they were like 49 cents or something. And that's a no-brainer when you're a kid. I had 49 cents in my pocket. I'm going to buy a Mad Mardigan. But yeah, they're plastic figures on a little metal base. Just little figurines. Very cool. Made by Tonka, copyright 1988 Lucasfilm. Yeah, so this will be closer to the end of the movie when Mad Mardigan finds that really cool black and gold armor. Fun movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. I love it. There you go, Mad Mardigan. Wonderful way to start. Okay, next we have Raphael in space. After a while, they just wanted to make different types of turtles because it was so popular. And they put out this series of, like, each one had an occupation. I think in one of the last videos, I had a Michelangelo that was dressed as a surfer. I believe that was the same line as this. There's a Donatello that's like a private eye, which has shown up in a previous video as well. And I believe Leonardo is a samurai, and Raphael's an astronaut. If I'm remembering it right, that's how it went. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it doesn't have to. It's fun. It's great. He's got this really cool little tentacle alien on his back. That might cause a problem. Maybe he's just hitching a ride. Who knows? It's a cool space gun. Let's look at the detail. Like his shell pattern, like showing through the astronaut cloth. And it's just wonderful. And I say this every video, but I hope you're not sick of me gushing about Ninja Turtle sculpts. Because it will keep happening. Copyright 1990 Mirage Studios Playmates Toys. It's got the tube that goes right into his costume from his gun. Yeah, that comes off. Got a better look at his face. I don't remember a situation where they went to space, at least in the original show. Maybe they did. Don't know. Yeah, he's great. Another good one. They're all good ones, but here's another one. Spooky rubber lizard. Oh, he's cool. He's one of the better rubber lizards that I own. With the red eyes and that yellow pattern. He's cool. Okay, here we have Billy the Blue Ranger in his Zord from, I believe it was the movie. I think it's a wolf Could be wrong. I know that movie very little. I saw it once, a long time ago. I don't know if it was in the theater, but it was shortly after it came out on probably VHS, to show my age. This might be the last one. I'll have to go back and look through and see if this completes the set. And I don't know if they did a Tommy, like a White Ranger or Green Ranger one. I don't remember what his role was in that movie at all. But this one's fun. I like this wolf sword. It's cool. Yeah, there's Billy and the wolf sword. Good name for a band. Wow. This is like an actual size RC from Toy Story. I don't remember having one of these. I remember the little one. I feel like I would remember the big one better, but I don't. This is cool. Oh, it says manufactured for Burger King Corporation, copyright Disney. Burger King. This is huge. This is like the size of something you would buy in the store. It's way bigger than a kid's meal toy. This must have been something that you had to purchase like separately. Like with the purchase of a meal, you can pay an extra $5 and get a bigger toy. They did that once in a while. Cool, giant RC. I may have gotten this from Burger King. I may have gotten it from the movie theater floor where kids would often leave behind prizes and never claim them, and then they would come home with me. Yeah, it feels like one that you just might kind of push and it's not like a wind back and let go one. It's sort of one that you just push and it kind of propels itself a little bit. Fun. I love it. Such an ingenious marketing thing to have toys that come to life, because then you can just make those actual toys and sell them. It's very smart marketing on Disney and Pixar's part. We have a metal butterfly. I think it used to be a pin, but the pin part's gone. Don't really have a story on this one. It is what it is. Okay, this looks like the original Donatello. Squishy head. Missing his harness. That bums me out a little bit. I hope I still have it. I don't know why I wouldn't. I usually tried to keep those things together. But, you know, years of being rustled around in a case and moved around and all that, and things get lost. So I hope I still have his harness and his bow staff, because I would like to have kind of full versions of all the original figures. And you know how I feel about Donatello. If you've watched any of my previous videos, he's my favorite, so I would like to have a complete version of him. Not too much more to say that I haven't said about all the other ones. There he is, Mr. Donatello himself. I like the stances. Like they had it where he's flat-footed on this side and capable of like hooking onto a vehicle or something. This side, it's like just like this part of his foot is flat, the rest is up, and it just makes kind of a cool fighting stance. Just the fact that they put that amount of thought into it, and they could have just easily made them flat-footed and boring poses, and kids would have still bought them, but they seem to take some pride and have some fun with them, and I do really appreciate that. There's Donnie. Rubber spider. I like spiders, actually. They don't bother me. Oh no. It's an apocalypse arm. An armpocalypse. I don't know if that's supposed to come off. I hope I have the rest of them somewhere. I don't see him in here. This is one of those big ones. Like I think in one of the recent videos, I had a great big Bishop toy that was about that big. This is the same type, except Apocalypse. Yeah, Apocalypse's arm. I'll set this aside. All right, we have a little vehicle here. Looks like it's made to hold one AA battery to make it go. Pieces falling out of it. Oh, you can adjust whether it goes right or left. Got some headlights here. Just like the top part is gone. I remember these. I feel like these were popular for a little while. Kind of like Hot Wheels or Matchbox, but yeah, they had an on-off switch and they would just drive. I feel like, at least with the kids in my class when I was in elementary school, these got popular for a little bit. Don't remember much else about them. I don't even remember what the top looked like on this one. You know, maybe I have it still. Maybe it's in here. I don't know. I'll let you know. But yeah, like the wheels are all rough and tumble, and they're made to go over bits of terrain and stuff like that. Oh, Rough Riders Roadbusters. Copyright 1983 LJN Toys, Limited, New York, made in Macau. Rough Riders Roadbusters, made by LJN. Company best known by me is the one that made all my wrestling figures when I was a kid, but also made lots of other stuff, including Dungeons and Dragons figures and vehicles. Another Battle Beast. I still have the last one I found. Yeah, this guy in a few videos earlier. I think his name, I looked it up, but I almost forgot it already. I think his name is Triple Threat, because he's got, like, his head and his arms are all a threat. That's how I interpreted that. I haven't looked up the boar yet to see what his name was, but that did answer a question. I didn't know if they actually had individual names in stories, but it seems like they at least have names, which is cool. This purple boar with orange hair and orange eyes, it's great. I love it. See if I can figure out what his element is here. What do you guess? I think the choices are water, wood, and fire. I don't know if there's an air. I'm going to guess wood for a boar. Oh, it's fire. It's hard for me to see here. I can see it better on the camera, actually. Yeah, he's a fire, as was the snake, Triple Threat. So I've got a couple of fire boys here. Battle Beasts are so cool. Yeah, it just says Hasbro on the back. Wonderful. Love them. All right, we're going to end with this one today. This is a man who has an army tank for a lower body. This is X-Men related. X-Men villain made by Toy Biz, I believe. Part of that line from the 90s. There was a group called, I think they were called the Reavers. He may have been a part of it. Can't tell you much else about it off the top of my head, other than the fact that he's wonderful. I think he also had a big gun that he held. Probably, I see some guns in the bottom here. I don't know which one goes to him, but one of them probably. He's got some missiles. I love the fact that he's a man who's also a tank. It's hilarious. Yep. Copyright 1994, Marvel China, Toy Biz Inc. Yeah, he comes off of there. I don't know if there's any real purpose for that, unless it's like he gets thoroughly defeated and gets knocked off of his tank body. I wish I knew more about him as a character. He's definitely not someone who's lasted. He may have just been sort of like a thug, like not even a main character. He's very funny. I do want to know more about this guy, story-wise, because I feel like this guy's got a story. Okay. We're going to call it there for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, I encourage you to subscribe. That helps me very much. And if you're already subscribed, just watching the videos helps me a lot. And I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next dig. Bye.